Hey, welcome back to the channel that brings you powerful stories with even more powerful lessons. Today's story is about a woman locked out of her own meeting.
Why?
Because someone didn't think she belonged there. What that person didn't know is, she wasn't just any guest or assistant. She was the CEO. And she had just closed a $150 million deal that same morning. What happens next is a masterclass in quiet power, grace, and putting people in their place without ever raising your voice. Let's get into it. Rain tapped lightly against the glass windows of the Jasper and Chase Tower, one of downtown Chicago's most prestigious corporate skyscrapers. Inside, everything gleamed: polished marble floors, steel elevator doors that whispered open, minimalist furniture that cost more than most people's rent. On the 27th floor, an important meeting was about to begin. The boardroom was already buzzing. Suits moved from seat to seat, murmuring greetings, setting down espresso cups, connecting laptops to large displays. It was the final merger session between MoreTech and Axis Core, two rising tech giants about to make one of the biggest moves in their industry's history. A $150 million deal was already on the table. Today's meeting would finalize the final legal and strategic pieces. The only person not in the room yet was Jacqueline Moore. Jacqueline, CEO of MoreTech, had landed from Zurich just the night before. She had personally flown across the ocean to sign the final paperwork early that morning. Now, she stood just outside the conference room, in the hallway of her own deal, locked out. She wore a dark navy trench coat and a slate-gray pantsuit underneath. Simple, sharp, elegant. Her heels clicked softly on the marble as she shifted her weight, glancing at her tablet. She was early, but only by 10 minutes. She knocked on the glass door. No response. A young man in a headset passed by, looked at her briefly, and kept walking. Another staffer glanced in her direction, then turned away as if she were a background fixture. Then came Spencer Wyatt, Regional Director for Axis Core. A man who wore too much cologne and gave out firm handshakes like currency. He rounded the corner, frowning at her presence as though she were clutter. "You lost?" he asked casually. Jacqueline turned toward him. "I'm here for the MoreTech meeting." Spencer raised an eyebrow, then smiled tightly. "Ah, vendor? Catering?" "No," she replied patiently. "I'm not with catering." He studied her a moment longer. "This is a private session. Executives only. You're not on the clearance list. Please check with the front desk downstairs if you're trying to find the right room." Jacqueline took a calm breath. "I'm not lost.